In this episode, you learn that there weren't just one or two escapees from the 1944 crash. This place is full of them.
It's a pleasure to see you all again after so many years.
We see Sophia with, obviously, a very warm welcome, a very sort of emotional welcome back into freedom.
She's had this experience of isolation for 66 years and this experience of a very internal life. And then she is reminded of the reason that she sacrificed those years. She's reminded of what she really is protecting, who she believes in, what she's doing this for.
Sophia finds out that she has kind of lost touch with what her people actually want.
Living here has had a profound effect on all of us. We don't want to go home.
My favorite thing about this episode, I think, is the Thomas-Isabel relationship. We knew we wanted to have Thomas conspiring with someone, then we made it a romantic relationship, and she is manipulating him. She's getting him where she wants him to be, but he seems to need these strong women to function in the way that he wants to.
This is your time, Thomas. Think of what we can accomplish with you in charge.
He's so dominated by his mother's ways and influenced. It's real easy to see how a beautiful, strong woman like Isabel can slowly sway my thoughts. I mean, some of your greatest countries were taken down by women.
My little sister is missing, and we think it's connected to what happened to your daughter.
Layla has become a heroine now as she's sort of grown as the series has progressed, because now she has a goal of finding her sister. And when she sees in 109 this little girl Abby in a state that is beyond her comprehension, and the fear that she has that the same thing will be happening to her own sister, Samantha, it only drives her more.
Okay, Abby, can you tell me about the place where they kept you?
She's just desperately trying to hang on to the things that she still has in reach, which is saving the life of her sister and finding her father, and I'm sure she has a lot of questions for him at this point.
The less you're involved in a conspiracy, the easier it is to get out of it, and so realizing that you're even more entangled than you initially thought is a pretty terrifying notion.
I don't think he was here for Abby. He was here for you.
The sad thing is their journey takes them to a pretty dark place at the end of 10. And, and you find out what her reaction to that is in 11 and where she ends up going with that.
There's a scene in episode 9 where Sophia and Thomas are on his private jet. And it's almost like a scene where she's firing him. I need to accept you for who you are and stop putting you in situations that you can't handle.
It's a painful thing. There comes a point in time where I think Thomas really wants to have his own identity.
They go to actually retrieve the module, and it's sort of this joyous moment of finding this piece of energy that's not been damaged, and right on the heels of that, she turns to him, and he's holding the gun. Thomas.
Give me the key.
He's delusional that he thinks he can just kill his mom. He knows he can't do it. He thinks he can, but when he's forced to do it in the moment, he falls short.
This isn't something that you'd get to on your own. It's her, isn't it?
On one hand, if I did pull the trigger, it would make her proud. In that, I'm ready to lead and ready to do anything for the people, and she would sacrifice herself as a martyr.
She's kind of saying, you know what, I want you to do it because I want you to be a leader. I want you to someone who's living your convictions in some perverse way in that split second. She's going, maybe you're right. Maybe you are truly strong. Show me you have what it takes. Do it. It has to be a game changer for Sophia. And at that point, I think things become clear to her, and she locks into a different mode. You don't need to worry about Thomas. You need to worry about me.
Originally, Sophia's character, Laura Innes, was just going to shoot her and push her body into the river. I came up with the idea that she would force her to maim herself, which is really sicker and more twisted and more interesting.
A powerful person could kill someone, but a really powerful person can get someone else to state their loyalty in such a horrific and shocking way.
He understands what his mom would do, but also there's a sense of rage So you get a sense of where he might take his anger. But Thomas and Sophia, as we will soon, we really find out, at episode 10, we really find out that they are definitely going radically different ways.